What's up, guys? Eric from StatBoost here. Welcome back to the floor of my bedroom. God, I really need to invest into a desk. There was an IKEA that just opened recently. Maybe I should check it out. Anyways, Pokemon. It's a game and anime that we've all learned to love over the years. Today, we're here to talk about the battling aspects of the game. Sure, everyone likes to use the top dogs of the game, like Garchomp, Charizard, and all of the legendaries. But I mean, come on. What fun is that? There's over 700 Pokemon. Expand your horizons a little. In this video, we're going to be talking about some underrated Pokemon that, in all honesty, can still hold their own. And always remember, it always comes down to the trainer, not the Pokemon. Let's get started. So let's start this list off with Blissey, the evolved form of Chansey. This is one people often seem to overlook. One of Blissey's noticeable strengths is its HP, and there is a lot of it too. Defense Curl, Attract, Soft Boiled, and Twinkle Tackle are a first good moveset if you ever thought about using Blissey. This is also a good one to use because it may throw other trainers off because you're using an unusual choice for battle. Up next we have Mamoswine, and this little guy, well not really little guy, is a hidden gem. Like most ice types, HP and defense are scarce, so speed is very important. For Mamoswine, it's very important to have the ability Snow Cloak. This ability raises evasion during a hailstorm. You can also equip it with a bright powder to raise its evasion even farther. For a moveset, try Hail, Earthquake, Protect, and Swagger. Use Hail to trigger the hailstorm, and Protect and Swagger to buy you some more time. Unless they're ice type, your opponent's health will go down gradually, while you have the advantage of raised evasiveness and the possibility of them hurting themselves due to confusion from Swagger. Earthquake gives you the same type attack bonus, or stab, which means it will do double damage. So now we have Scizor, or is it Sizor? Sizor? Scizor? This Pokemon. This guy is often overlooked due to his 4x weakness to fire types. And that's not wrong to overlook it because a lot of trainers do enjoy using fire type Pokemon. But check this out. Make sure your Scizor has the Technician ability. So attacks with a base power of 60 or weaker get strengthened by 50%. Teach it Swords Dance to double its attack, and Bullet Punch to make sure you land the first hit each turn. This strategy, on top of the Technician ability, will really beef up your Scizor. In my experience, 2 Swords Dance is plenty enough to destroy your opponent. But I mean, if you can pull off 3 of them, go right for it. As for the other 2 moves, try Double Team or U-Turn. Double Team can buy you some time to even power yourself up more. And then you have U-Turn in case you don't feel comfortable against your current opponent. 4x weaknesses are definitely nothing to take lightly of. Now we have one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, Nidoking. One of Nidoking's greatest assets is that it can learn pretty much any type of move. This is a good way to keep your Nidoking different from everyone else's, and also keep your opponent on their toes. I like to teach my Nidoking Mega Horn for those tricky psychic users. Also try Poison Jab to really make a dent into your opponent's team, and Sucker Punch to best Pokemon with a higher speed stat. Black Sludge is a good item to hold because it will slightly recover some of your HP every turn. As for the last move, we'll leave that up to you. Just try to experiment a little and see what works. So now we have Sigilyph. We recommend this to expert players, only since it's a little tough to pull off for beginners, and definitely requires some breeding. First, find a Sigilyph that has the Magic Guard ability. This will prevent damage from moves that aren't direct attacks, like, Sandstorm or Burns. Speaking of Burns, make sure it's holding a Flame Orb. Normally, a Flame Orb would burn the user, but thanks to Magic Guard, Sigilyph is unscathed. So go ahead and breed the move Psycho Shift into your Sigilyph, so that way you can transfer the Flame Orb to your opponent. Not only will it burn your opponent, but it will cut your opponent's physical attack. For the other 3 moves, try Future Sight, Light Screen, and Fly. Future Sight and Fly are definitely 2 good moves to use while the enemy is taking damage every turn from the burn you just gave them. And then just use Light Screen to up your special defense throughout the process. So here we have the little fighting type guy, Hitmontop. Anthony's actually pretty proud of this one being on the list because apparently he came up with this all by himself. Like Scizor, make sure your Hitmontop knows Technician for all of those weaker moves. Be sure to teach it Fake Out, Detect, Sucker Punch, and Triple Kick, and give it an eject button to hold as an item. Fake Out needs to be the very first turn that you use so you can cause the opponent to flinch, which when you think about it will actually give you a free turn to use. The Hitmontop is a pretty slow Pokemon as itself, So Detect and Sucker Punch will give it an upper hand, since most trainers don't even expect you to use a Hitmontop anyways. I recommend using Fake Out, Detect, and then Sucker Punch in that order. After the Fake Out, your opponent is really going to want to do some damage, so use Detect. After not being able to attack you twice in a row, your opponent is more than likely going to want to use an attack move, since they know Detect normally doesn't work twice in a row. After getting in your Sucker Punch, you'll get hit, but the eject button will send your Hitmontop back into your reserve. Whenever you do have a chance to bring it back in, Fake Out will work again, so you'll be able to get 2 Fake Outs in one battle. I mean, come on, how cool is that? Also, Triple Kick is a unique move to Hitmontop. It's also worth noting that the more the Pokemon loves you, the better that they battle. This is good because Triple Kick usually tends to not hit all 3 times, unless of course, you know, the Pokemon really likes you. And our last Pokemon on this list is everyone's favorite Loch Ness monster, Lapras. Be sure to teach your Lapras Perish Song, Block, Heal Bell, and Frustration. Teaching any Pokemon Perish Song is setting it up for losing, but in this case, it's okay. All you gotta do is start off with Block to prevent your opponent from escaping, and then right after, use Perish Song. Now your opponent is stuck with you for 3 turns until the inevitable fainting. Go ahead and use Heal Bell to heal any status elements of your party's Pokemon. Frustration is a good move for this moveset because your Lapras will hate you since you let it faint all the time, which I mean will in turn make Frustration's power even stronger. If Heal Bell doesn't seem to be much use to you, try switching it out with Protect. Remember, this strategy is more so for buying time than it is for direct attacking. Hey guys, I just want to say thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. Do you like the Pokemon that we selected? And what about the strategies that we decided to use with them? Let us know about it down in the comments below. And what other underrated Pokemon come to your mind when watching this? How about you let us know about that in the comments too? Make sure to like and share this video as well. It lets us know that you want to see similar content like this. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with everything that we release. We here at StatBoost love our viewers, and we want to make the content that you guys want to see. But anyways, that just about wraps this one up today. Until next time, my friends.